Today I'm going to give you the #1 mistake most people make when they try to make personal changes and how you can avoid making that mistake. Whenever somebody has a personal goal, whether it's getting rid of a social anxiety or getting rid of a bad habit or getting motivation to work out or make more money, it always has one thing in common. It's always a feeling or a behavior that they want to change. Here's the problem. Your brain only does 3 things. It thinks, feels, and acts. And it does it in that order. You don't do anything until you feel a certain way first, and you don't feel a certain way until you think a certain way first. The strategy everybody tries is to change how they feel or how they behave directly, but that can only work at most in the short term because your feelings and behaviors are always preceded and caused by your thoughts. For example, let's say one of your goals is to work out and get healthier, but you think about working out as being a tedious chore. What most people do is they try to force themselves to behave or coerce themselves to behave by signing up for a gym membership or paying for a personal trainer, and we all know how that turns out. It either doesn't work at all or it only works for a short period of time. What has to change is how you think about working out, and that can only happen through your imagination. You taking control of how you imagine to your brain so your brain can perceive that activity differently. Likewise, let's say that you have social anxiety. If you imagine social situations as being inherently scary and you imagine people not liking you or you failing in some way every time you think of social situations, it doesn't matter what you try to force yourself to feel or do, it's never going to work, or it's only going to work in the very short term. That's why in order to be successful meeting any personal goal, you must examine how you imagine that goal, and you'll notice how it naturally leads to the feelings and behaviors you've been getting. Quick example, let's just say that you want to make more money. Let's just say you're a salesperson and you need to make more cold calls. I guarantee if you're not making the cold calls that you need to make, you are thinking about cold calls in a failure-oriented way or a problem-oriented way. Whatever you imagine, your brain will believe you and it will give you the appropriate emotion based on what you imagined. Take a moment to imagine you doing a sales call and the person being receptive, you being right on top of your game, and the call being successful. Notice how your brain likes that better. That's not true or false, that's just communicating with your brain effectively. Alternately, you can imagine just mowing through a bunch of calls and using numbers in your favor and being successful overall. Never try to change your feelings or behaviors directly. You must go to the source, the thinking and imagination, and fix it from there. I'm going to be creating some training videos on this channel, so if this sounds useful to you, if you want to sell more, get rid of a fear, get healthier, whatever it is, hit the like button, hit the follow button, hit me up in the comments, and I'll see you soon.